Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese snacks and treats. Today I am so pleased to say it that we have our Sakuraco box for July of 2025. I look forward to unboxing day so much. I know that they put some of the information up on the website, but there's always something different about getting to see it in person. But also Sakuraco doesn't show everything, so there's always a few surprises, even if you've been looking on the website. So yeah, I am very excited to get in here and just get to see everything. But before we do, I just wanted to let you guys know, Sakuraco and Tokyo Treat, their cutoff date is a little different from our other subscription boxes. So if you are watching this and you're thinking, man, I really wish I'd gotten this box for myself, like this really has a lot of things I'm interested in, I really want to try it, this is still available. The cutoff for that is actually the 15th. So you have a bit of time. Not a ton, but you do have a little bit of time. If you see this and it's before, July 15th, you can still get this. And even after that, I know where they sell the extras after they finish the box. So let me know down in the comments below if you see something and you're just like, man, I wish I'd gotten it. I'll see what I can do to help you find it. Just because I know how amazing these things are, so I want to always help people out. So with all that in mind, let's get in here. I am so excited. And as always, I'm going to call out, so these packages do ship from Japan, and I just appreciate that they are sealed with a sticker. It just helps with peace of mind, considering how far that they have to travel, that we do have that. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so this is something, if you've been on the channel for a while, you already know this. If you're new, hi, welcome, thank you for joining. I'm always going to call this out, which is that Sakuraco is one of 3 subscription boxes that includes a note either from the founder or from the CEO. And they always include some sort of beautiful image, in Sakuraco's case, some piece of traditional Japanese art. And I look forward to this every month. They do such a good job. I save these. I use them as bookmarks just because they are just so beautiful. Definitely recommend kind of paying attention to them. And they are very different between the boxes. They really fit kind of the theme and the branding of the boxes, which I appreciate. So here is our culture guide. So apparently this month's theme is Mount Fuji Summertime. So I'm going to set this to the side for now, but I'm also going to let you know, if you do decide to get one of these boxes, even if you can do this, and I've done this in the past, you can actually go get the subscription, and when they release the preview, pause for a month, and then pick up another month and just not if there's something that doesn't match. But when you do get them, these culture guides just have really amazing information, not just on the snacks, but on cultural things. Sakuraco also always includes at least one Meet the Maker spotlight, and there's just some really cool, interesting information. I highly recommend holding on to these. I certainly do. I have a bunch of them stacked up now. So yeah, I am saying that to the side, but just so you're aware, if you get one of these boxes, that's where I get all the information on the treats before we taste test. Okay. Okay, so this is a matcha financier cake. Should be pretty fun. We also have, okay, so one thing Sakuraco does is every month they include a tea, and it looks like this was a collaboration that they did. And I did notice earlier, so it's got a couple of ingredients. So it seems like it's a little bit different than from usual, but there's always something special about the tea, and they include information on that in the culture guide, which is one of the reasons why I encourage you to hold on to it if you do get one of these, just because there's a lot of really good information. I have found them very, very useful. I'm very curious about this. Okay, so kind of matching. Sorry, I have the custom sheet and it does include pictures, but they're kind of small and sometimes it gets a little tricky. But this is apparently salt agemochi rice crackers. A huge bag. Is that what they are? Sorry, it's one of those where, yes, I'm pretty positive that that's what this is, and I hope I've got it right. I did get it wrong not too long ago, fairly recently, and I feel really bad about it. I try to get them right. This one, though, I feel very confident on. We have an entire bag. There are a bunch of little packages of this, so there's just a bunch of these that you can share. But this is a muscat grape konjac jelly, which is really fun. Yeah, they do distinguish between regular purple grapes and these sweet white grapes. But also, the konjac jelly has a very unusual texture. It's something you kind of have to try to really get. It's very unusual and it's really fun. I do highly recommend. And yes, at the end of this, I am going to rearrange everything so it's visible. It just gets a little tricky beforehand. So I'm going to pull these out at the same time because these are related. Oh, one of them broke. Honestly, I'm amazed at how intact all of these arrived, considering, again, that they are shipping from Japan. Trying to make sure I've got them held upright. So these are crown melon wafers. We have one that's plain and one that's chocolate. So apparently these are melon flavored wafers. And what's interesting, so I haven't looked at the culture guide at all about these, but I remember, I think it was last year that we got these, a similar set, very similar packaging, and we got one that was plain and one that was chocolate, and it was like this ruby grape, and I remember they were really good. Like, they were very, very different and very unusual, but they were really tasty. So I am super excited. I love melon personally, but also just, this is a packaging style that I recognize and I remember just really enjoying, so I'm very excited. Oh, so this is Mount Fuji Kohakuto candy. And so this is like, these are like the edible gems. They kind of have a crunchy outside and kind of a jelly inside. They are so much fun. They're very unusual texturally to eat. And they're also just really tasty. I have really enjoyed them when we've gotten them. Definitely excited about that, personally. Okay, so I'm just kind of skipping around to what I can recognize. And I am very excited about these two. So these are Amao strawberry dorayaki cakes. So dorayaki are basically like these small pancakes. They have two of them and they're sandwiching like bean paste on the inside. In this case, strawberry flavored. But I am, it's one of those things where I'd kind of heard of them and I kind of wanted to try them, and now I'm in love. I love these so much because they're always so soft and so tender, but they also have like the perfect balance of sweetness because the bean paste can be extremely sweet, overpoweringly so. And so they make the pancakes not quite as sweet so that they balance really, really well. I really appreciate that. Okay. Trying to match the packaging on here. Okay. So they're just calling this a Mount Fuji jelly. It looks really fun. I am very curious about this. I think this is going to be... We've had some really good jellies. Honestly, we've had amazing jellies, and this one just seems really, really fun. And I love the fact that they were so able to get that two-tone effect to mimic the image of Mount Fuji. Okay. So now I'm trying to kind of process of elimination. What do we have left? Okay, so this is, they're calling this just a Mount Fuji biscuit cookie. Very interesting. Okay, so this is, okay, so this is a Shizuoka green tea cookie. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure that's a very specific type of green tea. I don't know anything about it, but I'm positive that there's really good information on that in the culture guide, which is, again, part of why they do such a good job putting those together. They really do. Okay. Ooh, ooh. So here we have a couple of rice crackers. These are wasabi arare rice crackers. And yes, I'm literally reading this off of the custom sheet. When I make the videos, I get that from the culture guide, so we have the most accurate name for everything. Okay. All right. Figuring everything out. So these are kaki mochi rice crackers, and they're really thick. They're kind of puffy. Oh. I also really like the paper wrapping on these. It's really nice. So here we have a couple of Mount Fuji chocolate crunches. So, and I don't know if they sent us two different flavors or not. I'm going to see. I think we did just get these from Boxu, so I'll double check. But if we have a different flavor, we will try that. We will absolutely try that. And then finally, and this is something I look forward to every single month. So if you're familiar with Sakuraco, you might already know this. If you're not, so you're aware, something that Sakuraco does is every month they send a piece of houseware. It's always food related. More often than not, it's a dish. But we've also gotten chopsticks. We've gotten cloths for wrapping up bento or for, just general use in the kitchen. And they're always just really interesting, and I look forward to them every month so much. So this is this month's. They have sent us, apparently, a plate, and they're calling it Mount Fuji Wave, and that is so accurate. And that's just beautiful. I love that. I've been collecting these, and the ones that are my favorites. I think this is being added to my top favorites, just because they're so beautiful. And so if you're new to the channel, you might notice periodically we have something where I need a dish. A lot of the dishes are from Sakuraco boxes, not all of them. So if you see something and you're wondering where I got it, ask me in the comments. If it's something where I can point you in a direction, I will. But we do use these a lot on the channel, and I think this is one I'm already looking forward to getting to use. It's just so beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to rearrange everything, try to get everything visible as best as I can. Oh, this is a challenge every single month because they send us just so many wonderful things that I'm so excited about. And, oh, there's just so much in here. Just trying to think what's going to be visible stacked in the box. I have no idea how the people who do this for the websites do it. I'm going to have to use my little cup for that. So we have those, we have these. Alright, I hope you can see all of that. But yeah, this is everything that is in our Sakuraco box for July of 2025, and I'm just so excited for so many of these things. I think it's going to be, I think they're going to be really tasty. I think it's going to be a lot of fun getting to go through all of these and just see what they're like. So I am, of course, going to go through this, get everything figured out. We're not going to jump into this until we finish with Japan Candy Box, which we're not going to finish until we finish with Boxu, but we will be doing that. So unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to start taste testing this before the cutoff for ordering one of these. If you're kind of on the fence about that, I'm just going to let you know right now. But we are going to get into this as soon as we finish with those 2 boxes, and then of course we will unbox Tokyo Treat when that arrives, and we will taste test those once we finish with these. But thank you, Sakuraco. I am really looking forward to so many of these treats. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I am super excited, as always. This is why I started doing the channel. This really is, and I'm so happy with this box. I think it's going to be great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Johnny.